What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today, as you guys seen from the title, I have finally reached 100,000 miles on my 2019 Dodge Charger SXT. I know it's not a VA, guys. I told you guys, I made a video in the past why it's not a VA. I bought it for the all-wheel drive capability. I do live in Colorado, so I need all-wheel drive. I'm not riding around, in a rear-wheel drive vehicle. I've done it in the Corvette. That's a V8. I'm not going to be doing it again. If they had a V8 all-wheel drive Charger, then yes, I would have gotten it, but they don't. So I went the all-wheel drive route. Turns out it's a V6. So yeah, enough of that. Pro number one is it clearly made it to 100,000 miles. So 100,000 miles is definitely a good feat to have. None of my vehicles have 100,000 miles. The closest is the Vet, which I believe has 75,000 miles. I don't think it's at 75,000 miles just yet, but it's getting close. So yeah, that's for sure. And then the Corvette, I think at this point in time has not even it's still, I think, maybe 200 miles over 100,000. So there's that. If you're thinking of getting a Charger and wondering if it'll make it 100,000 miles, rest assured it should, with basic maintenance and all that. Pro number two, all-wheel drive, still doing great, especially now that it's October. Winter season's coming. It's October 27th from me filming this video, and we're expecting snow in the next few days. But even then, whenever I lose traction, all-wheel drive kicks in, and I haven't had a problem since I bought it. Actually, I've never had a problem. So yeah, that's pro number two. Pro number three, the low maintenance costs. Honestly, maintenance-wise, let me tell you, I've done quite a bit of maintenance to it, but just your basic oil change, that's not really going to cost you much. I haven't really did fluid changes and all that. Just your basic maintenance. I'm not sure exactly how much I spend, but honestly, it's a lot less than I anticipated. I'm not having to do any major repairs. As long as you do your basic maintenance, you're fine. Your vehicle's going to run great. All right, pro number four. I get, surprisingly, about anywhere from 19 miles per gallon to 22 miles per gallon. But that's me. And I drive, honestly, I kind of drive like a race car. And even though I've seen you're able to get 24 plus miles an hour, I've let my parents drive it, and they drive probably a lot better than me, just because they're not flooring it all the time, and they're getting about 24 plus miles per gallon. And I'm like, I wish I could get that, but do I want to go fast? Do I want to feel like a race car driver, or do I want to, not be a race car driver and just go, actually probably drive as you should to get the best fuel economy? But I like flooring it sometimes. I like stepping on the gas, hearing it. Sometimes pops, it sometimes doesn't. I don't have it tuned to pop, but I love hearing the exhaust, especially in the tunnel, and that's not really good for your fuel economy. So, but honestly, 19 to 22 isn't that bad. But it's a V6. I would expect more, but I'm not really complaining. All right, guys, pro tip number five is, honestly, still runs great. It's still, like I said, it runs great. I don't have any problems. Do your basic maintenance, good to go. Now that we got the pros out of the way, now we're gonna get on to the cons. And honestly, this kind of boggles me. All right, guys, con number one, this is the biggest con, is the oil filter housing. It's pretty much in the dumbest spot possible. It's just right in the center of the engine. I'm like, you couldn't have engineered it to put in the bottom, really? But anyways, guys, that's honestly the biggest issue I've had, oil filter housing. The whole 100,000 miles is just oil filter housing. All right, con number two, guys, and this is honestly just an eyesore. It's just, I have a ton of chip paint in the front, but that's mainly wear and tear, honestly. I probably should have taken better care of myself, but just driving around the roadways, you're gonna have chip paint, things just fly on, debris going over your paint, and I haven't really got it touched up. I probably should have got it touched up, but chip paint, it's an eyesore. I probably should get it fixed, but who knows? You know what I mean, guys? But anyways, guys, all right, con number three, guys, is wear and tear. self-explanatory. You know, you get to 100,000 miles, it's not gonna run the same as it was when you got it out of the dealership or the factory, whatever. So, you know, just wear and tear. All right, guys, con number 4. It's 100,000 miles. Do you really want to see a vehicle with that many miles? Like, really? I wish no vehicles will go that high. Oh, I wish not to see that number. I'm like, 100,000 miles. Sometimes I'm like, great, it made it to 100,000 miles, but now it's at 100,000 miles. I'm like, it's just a high number. I really hate looking at the fact that it's 100,000 miles. I'm like, it's that much closer. But honestly, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the vehicle. If I need to switch out the engine or the block or the motor or whatever, I'm just gonna switch out the engine. Honestly, I'm not gonna buy a new vehicle. Why am I gonna have a new car payment when I have a really good, reliable car? Just swap out the motor. You know what I mean? And then I might not even. I might do that and then just get a SX or maybe a Hellcat engine. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. But anyways, guys, I don't know what type of engine I'm gonna swap it out with, but that's later in the future. All right, guys, that's all I'm gonna have for the cons. I really don't have much cons. This vehicle has been great to me. I've taken real good care of it, except the chip thing, honestly, and making sure that I don't tighten the oil filter when I do tighten it on oil change. So, is it still worth it at 100,000 miles? Oh, I would think so. It's still running great. I don't have any problems with it. I would still buy this Dodge Charger, but just be wary about, you know, it's 100,000 miles. It is beat down. I take good care of my vehicles. I don't really actually beat the crap out of them when I'm driving them. Yeah, sometimes I like having fun, but they're not hard miles. Sometimes I just, you know, I go to the grocery store, I go to work, I, you know, drive around here and there, but they're not really hard miles. They're not 100,000 hard miles. You know what I mean? So, but if you're thinking of getting a Dodge Charger used at 100,000 miles, I'm not 100% an expert on that yet. I'll tell you, I'll probably make a video on 200,000 miles. I'm not sure how long that'll take. Maybe, 3 years? I'm not sure. Do I plan on getting any other vehicles? Probably, honestly. The way things are going, I've been getting a vehicle like every year, but I think I started with the Corvette and then I waited until the Charger at 2020. 2021, I ended up getting my R6. And then that got stolen. 2022, I got, what did I get 2022? Oh yeah. I got my Ducati. I got that. And then in 2023, I ended up getting a truck, which I haven't showed you guys. I should show you guys. I made a video on it, but I just never published it, whatever. But yeah, guys, is it worth it? Absolutely. But yeah, all in all, guys, 100,000 miles. I'm super happy to be here. I'm super happy with the Charger. It hasn't really given me any issues other than oil filter housing. A whole bunch of pros outweigh the cons. I still find this worth it. But anyways, guys, that's all I'm gonna have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? I'll see you then.